Hey friends, I'm Heidi with Heavenly Minded Home, and I want to share with you guys some fun ideas if your family is asking for your Mother's Day wish list, and then some just exciting things that we're going to have going on this month just for you. It's all for the mamas this month, so stay tuned. That's what I've got to share with you all today. I'm so glad you guys come and hang out with me every week. If you are new, thank you so much. Be sure to hit that subscribe and tap that little bell icon so that way you guys get all of the details of everything going on. Of course, over in the HMH Collective, that is our membership program here on YouTube. You can click that blue join button if you haven't already. We are in the kind of final half of our biblical parenting and the end of days series that we've been doing. And then starting next month, we're going to get into biblical womanhood. This summer, we're going to go through a super awesome study all summer long. So come over and join us in the collective if you haven't already. That's where videos go out 3 days a week. We've been doing so many amazing studies and just series over there since the beginning of the year. So every month that you are a member, you guys get to access everything. So come over and join us there if you haven't already. But I was thinking about what we should do because every Tuesday I put out a video here for you guys on just our main YouTube page. Thursday, the girls, they've been doing their little Heavenly Minded Sisters videos that they've been having fun with, so you guys get one of those each Thursday. But I was thinking about what I wanted to share this month, and while our family is not the biggest when it comes to Mother's Day, because it's an everyday Mother's Day, right? We don't just show those that we care about that they're special to us one day a year, but every day, because every day is a blessing that the Lord gives us. But I was thinking about it, with all the Mother's Day, it's May, it's kind of that time of year. We're wrapping up our homeschool year, so I really don't have that many exciting homeschooly things to share because we're finishing up. We're in like we're getting ready for our big break. Like we're kind of wrapping everything up. But I wanted to share some fun stuff with you guys. And so I've got some really exciting things coming out this month for you all that I pray you really just enjoy and that they serve you. We're going to dig into some heavy stuff. So for the next few weeks, I have some special guest appearances. We're going to do some really cool things with those. I don't want to give it all away yet, but it's going to be fun. And it's going to be fun because I think it's what all of us would do if we were just hanging out and visiting with one another, sharing about, everybody has some tidbit that they have that they can share that can serve someone else. And that's what I think we would do if we all could be together. But since we can't, and you're watching me through whatever, screen you're watching me through, we're going to do things a little differently so that you guys can enjoy that. So that's what's coming up for the rest of this month. You guys will have to come back to join us for all of that. But I was thinking about it, and I know there's a lot of you that ask me the same questions all the time about, just different things. And I've had some people ask, hey, I saw that you use this. What is it? Because my husband or my kids are asking for my Mother's Day wish list, and I don't know what I want, so I'm trying to figure it out. And so I wanted to share with you guys 5 fun treats for your Mother's Day wish list. These are things that I personally have been using, enjoying, whatever, and I was like, if I could get anything, just small fun little things. I'm not talking like big gifts, but just little things. What would those things be? That's what I'm going to share with you guys today. Make sure you watch to the end because the 5th thing comes with kind of a cool surprise, I think, and a little freebie for you guys. So make sure you watch to the end so that way you guys get that. But let me share with you the first thing. This is something that is the cheapest of all the things in here. You might already have it in your home, but listen to me here. I'm telling you, this has been fantastic. When I think of things that, if there was something I would want, what would that be? Because I don't want a bunch of stuff. I don't want a bunch of things that I just have to find somewhere to put and then keep up with, and it just, what am I going to do with that? I want things that are practical, that are useful, and that really would be something exciting for me to get, right? If you're asking me what would I want, these would be things that I'd actually be excited to receive and use, right? And so one of those that I have found that I've been doing for a while now is sparkling water. Hear me out. I cut out soda out of my diet years ago, and it was amazing. I can't even touch it anymore. Sparkling water is my jam. I drink sparkling water every single day. Sparkling water is my favorite. But did you know that you can use sparkling water to give yourself a facial treatment? Yes, you can. It's really cool. It was one of those things that I found late night Pinterest browsing that I probably shouldn't do. And I was like, is that true? Does that really work? So I get these bottles of plain sparkling water. You can mix it with mineral water as well if you'd like to kind of add that into it. I honestly haven't found the biggest difference, but just throwing that out there. And what you do, it is so simple. I do this usually every couple nights in the evening. It's kind of hard because I love it so much I want to do it all of the time. They do say that it can start to dry out your face. I haven't found that, so just know that, heads up. I have a bowl that I keep in my bathroom with my bottle of sparkling water, which I don't have to show here in the thing because I literally used the last of it last night and I'm waiting for my grocery pickup order to get more. But if you want an easy gift that you can be like, hey, here you go, you can get me this. It's a couple bucks. I'll be happy. Sparkling water, like I said, mix it with mineral water if you want. I take a bowl, I fill it up about halfway. Just make sure it's a bowl that's big enough that you can dunk your face into it. I have a bowl, I fill it up halfway with the sparkling water. Literally after I've gotten a shower, so I've washed my face, I take, it's that simple, and you just dunk your face in the water. It is the weirdest sensation, I will give you that, okay? Holding your breath with little bubbles going up your nose is kind of a weird thing. It might take you a little bit. The first time I did it, I was like 5-second dunks as I had to like kind of figure that out. Once you get it figured out, you guys, it is my favorite. So if you want a gift, you want a facial spa experience, ask for sparkling water, go get a shower, lock yourself in the bathroom, put on, maybe pull up some of my Hymns of the Homemaker, have some soft music playing in the bathroom, have your bowl in there with your sparkling water, fill it halfway up, dunk your face in it. 20, 30 seconds, whatever. I honestly keep dunking my face until it's really not carbonated anymore and just let the bubbles do their magic. They go into all of your pores and they go in and they clean out all of the nasty stuff. You come out, wipe your face. If you want, you can take a cotton ball and kind of rub some of it on if you still have a little bit, but honestly, dunking your face is the best. Dry your face off. Put on some nice moisturizer, you will feel the difference in your skin. It feels so amazing. It's so simple, so cheap. I'm loving it. Dirt and grime in my pores that is just always there that no matter what I do, I never can seem to get rid of. It's going away. I love this. So, like I said, guys, I would do this every single night, except for they say that it can over dry your skin, and I don't want to overwork anything and cause those issues. So usually every other night I'm in there with my sparkling water, dunking my face and loving it. So that can be the first gift that's super easy. Ask for sparkling water. Great to drink. Great to put on your face. It is okay if you even have flavored sparkling water. It doesn't matter. I get the unflavored just thing to use for my face because I drink sparkling water all the time. I don't want to waste that on my face. I'm drinking that. So either or though, doesn't matter. You can use it. The second thing, you guys, I am obsessed with. This is like my favorite. Maybe a little, you know, whatever. Maybe most people don't talk about this, but I'm going to talk about it. Is this. It is a brawn epilator. I am obsessed with this thing. All of these will be linked down below as well if you guys are wanting to check these out. Let me just preface this by saying I am Polish. That means I have a lot of hair. Okay, not something to be very excited about when you are a girl, okay? I don't like hair. I started shaving my legs when I was like 11, 12. I shave my arms, I shave everything because I just have so much hair and I've always hated it. It drives me crazy. If I won the lottery, the first thing I would go do is have laser hair removal on like my entire body because it drives me crazy. I hate it. I am one of those people that I have to shave every single day or you notice. That also means I'm constantly dealing with things like razor burn, ingrown hairs, kind of getting that like strawberry leg effect where you get kind of the dark spots from the dead skin cells and everything in there. It's awful. It's awful. I hate it. It makes me self-conscious. It's always been just like the bane of my existence is my hair. I have tried all of the things, creams, waxes, all of the stuff. You guys have no idea how much money I've spent on that. My husband jokes that I can't give him a hard time for the things that he spends money on, because he's like, if we totaled up all of your hair removal products of all of time, like it would far outweigh anything he's ever done. And it's unfortunately probably true. That brings me to this product. I am kicking myself that I did not discover this like 20 years ago, because if I had this, I literally would have never had to get anything else. And that is this handy dandy tool here. I had seen things my whole life about epilators. If you guys have been using them, then well, I'm just late to the game. I don't know why I didn't have this forever ago. Honestly, even my girls, Lily is like, man, I might try to get over the feeling of my hair being plucked out, because this would be amazing. If you guys have never used an epilator before, it's this handy dandy cool little tool here. I don't know how well you can see it because it's really not focusing well. It's got these cool little grabbers in here that pluck out your hair, is what it is. So you know that whenever you pluck out a hair versus just shaving or using a cream to dissolve the hair, it pulls it out from the root. And essentially, the more and more damage that you enact on the roots of your hair, you can start to kind of kill them, right? You can start to kind of destroy the poor little roots. Sorry, roots, not sorry. And it causes the hair to grow back slower and eventually, most of the time, not at all. So using this handy dandy thing not only gets the hair out, it makes it last longer before it starts to grow back in. And when it does start to grow back in, over time, you're going to see it becoming less and less and less. Huge win for people like me that hate hair and have way too much of it. I got this handy dandy little thing. I love this. This was the cheaper option of the ones that I looked at and I had been researching. I've been using this for the past few months now. I'm obsessed, you guys. It's amazing. This was one of the cheaper options. I will link the other one on there that I almost got, but it was more expensive. I said, honestly, let me just go with this. Let me see if it really works. And then if I have to get another one down the road, whatever, I can check that out. I'm going to go with this. It's got this handy dandy little top on it that kind of pivots with you. It's a little bit of a gentle exfoliator as you're going through. This one also has a head that you can put on it. You just pop it off. It has another head you can put on that is a shaver, which is kind of cool. But mainly I'm using this bad boy here. I use this on everything, guys. I've used this on my hands, my arms, underarms, legs. You can use it face, everything. You can use, if you have hair, you can use this. I will tell you, the first time you do it, it's really painful. We even tried it. We tested it on my husband's arm just because he was like, oh, I want to see what it's like. And he was like, oh my gosh. It is painful because it is ripping all of the hairs out. Couple tips of advice if you're interested in this is using it in the shower. You can use this wet or dry. This one that I'm going to link below. Using it in the shower, make sure you use like a shaving cream or something so that it can smoothly glide, makes it less painful. So there is still pain. It's almost like a rubber band snapping on your skin, right? There is that sensation. The first couple times you use it are the worst. I promise you, if you keep using it, it gets better. There's still a sensation there, but it's not as bad, honestly. And so the first couple times I used it in the shower. They say in the instructions to use it just once a week. I used it once every day. I was like, I'm just going to keep doing this until my skin gets used to it. And, we get through these things. I was using it every day. Now I use it about once a week. Guys, I used to be a person who had to shave legs, arms, all of the things every single day. I use this once a week. It's amazing. Once a week. Now I use it dry. I feel like it is more effective when used dry because all the hairs can stand up so it can grab more. If the hairs are too short, it's not going to grab them, but it's okay. You just let them grow out and then you can get to it. But I use it now once a week. Dry. I do everything. I'm not having the irritation on like my bikini line like I normally would when using this. If you are prone to break out, especially using it on more sensitive areas like face, underarms, again in that bikini line, it can cause you to break out just because of, again, you're pulling hairs out of the follicles, bacteria can get in, things like that. So making sure that you clean really well before you use the epilator, just like if you've ever gone and had like your upper lip waxed and then you break out. Same type of thing can happen here, but that's where you make sure you clean it real well. When I get done, I usually take a cotton swab of rubbing alcohol and just wipe everything down to make sure that I'm killing everything. And then I use like an antibacterial cream and just rub that on to like, because I do this before I go to bed. So I'll wash my face, make sure I clean everything, use that, wipe it down with a little bit of rubbing alcohol in the area that I did that just to make sure everything's good and cleaned, and then put on an antibacterial cream and just let that stay on overnight to make sure that we're helping to minimize any amount of kind of breakout that we might have there. That definitely helps. For me, even having a little bit of breakout, but getting rid of the hair is a definite win on my end. So if you would like to get rid of hair, I'm telling you, this epilator is amazing. The pain gets better. Underarms, whew, it's definitely something. But again, for me, when I'm a person who has to shave every single day, to do this and get down to where I only have to do it once a week is worth it. And the more and more you do it, the less awful it is. My husband said he definitely related. He's like, oh, it's kind of like, you know, not as much, but kind of almost along those lines. At first he was like, oh, it's kind of like, you know, getting a tattoo where you kind of feel that, but then as soon as it moves away, it's gone and it's fine. So that is my second most amazing thing that I'm absolutely obsessed with. The third thing that I would recommend that many of you have actually asked me about, so I'm going to make sure that I include that on here, but something that I really enjoyed doing for me, and I know my husband enjoys it as well, is taking care of my nails. I've had very few periods of time in my life where I've actually stayed caught up with going and getting my nails done. But especially now, it's too much money. I'm not putting on a mask for anything and doing all of that. And so something that I can do at home and take care of my nails, I'm far more into. Something that I am loving are these dip kits. This is the one I have. I've had this for a year now and I am still using it. I love this. I actually just fixed my nails last night. But I love these dip kits. You literally get these kits. Anybody can do it. I promise you, it is so easy. You just have bare nails, whatever, and then you get these kits. I have everything kept in here. You have your little system. So you take the base coat that they have here, you brush it on, you dip your nails in whatever color you want. I'm a big black nail polish person. Blame it on the early 2000s. I don't know. So I had to get a kit that had black in it, of course. But you just swipe on your base coat, dip it into the thing. Do that with all nails. Do a couple coats of that. Add your activator. Put on a top coat. This will last for a couple of weeks, if not more. It honestly just depends on what I'm doing. I love these dip nail polishes. I love doing my nails, and honestly, just nail polish, I am so hard on my hands. It just gets chipped so quickly. And so doing this, dip, 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 it's dry right away, no UV light, no nothing else. You just put it all in. The nail polish will last for weeks. I love it. And then to get it off, I didn't bring them in here, but I have at Dollar Tree, I found they have these little silicone caps. You just take a cotton ball, soak it in some acetone nail polish remover, put it in these little caps. You can use tin foil if you want. I like the caps just since I do my nails all the time. Let them soak off, wipe it off, you're ready to go. No damage done to the nail, and you've had a perfect manicure for a couple weeks, and then you can go ahead and pick a different color and do another dip. So I love the gel dip nail polish. It is my favorite. I will link this one down below. Of course, there's different colors and things like that that you guys can pick. But if you would like to have a nice manicure day for Mother's Day, ask for one of these. I'm telling you, it's great. Sometimes it's a little bit of a learning curve the first times you use it, especially if you're not used to doing your nails and things like that. So do it a couple times if you don't get it right away. I promise you, less is more. So just a little bit, don't go crazy thick with the, base coat that you put on. You don't need a ton of powder on it. You literally put a little bit on, dip it in the powder, kind of tap your finger off over the container to make sure you remove the excess, and then work your way through. You just need a little bit, goes a long way. And then you have a nice manicure. Fourth thing, that, I mean, obviously is the most important out of all these things, but I get asked a lot which Bibles I use for my personal reading and study time. And so I wanted to share these with you guys. These are the 2 Bibles that I use the most, that I absolutely love, highly recommend. The first one I've shared with you guys a million times before. This is our tried and true. This is the one I use the most because this is the one I use with the kids. We have really found that the New Living Translation is such a great translation that just, it reads in such a way that is, again, true to the text, the original text, but very easy to understand. So this is the one we use with the kids the most. This is the one that I love the most. It really gets the point across, you know, what scripture is saying there. This is an illustrated study Bible. So I've shared this one with you guys a million times, but I love this one because it has so many pictures, so much info. Not that I agree with every ounce of commentary, because remember, when you talk about commentary, you're getting someone else's comments about it. So not that I agree with absolutely everything, but there are so many images, pictures, timelines, maps, all of the things in this Bible. We are always finding so many cool things. And I'm like, ooh, did you guys see, you know, the map of this or the timeline of that? We love this Bible. This is the one I use every single day with our kids. Look at, there's Mount Hermon there. So I love this Bible. Look at breakdowns of family trees and how things connect. So I will link this one down below. Love this one. This is our tried and true. The other one that I have that I absolutely love is the Complete Jewish Study Bible. So this one is so beautiful. It has so much information in it. You're going to learn so much with the original Hebrew words and just commentaries of how all of these things perfectly go together. It's really just so pretty. I feel like the other one has a lot of pictures, a lot of things. This one has a ton of information in it, but it is just much more, I don't know, it's really streamlined. This one is a little too much for the kids, especially when trying to keep all of the Hebrew straight. But for me, I really love studying out of my Complete Jewish Study Bible. So I will link that one down below for you guys as well. All right, ladies, and the last little fun little mama something, if you're making a wish list or doing something fun this month, or just because, that I want to share with you guys. It may seem a little selfish to add this to the list, but the reason I'm doing so is I made these things literally with you all in mind. Like, that was my only reason. And that is, this month, instead of releasing a new design in my shop, Heirs of the Promise, every week like I usually do, I am releasing them all right now because I made 5 specific designs just for us mamas. So 5 specific designs are going out this month for you guys that I pray would be something that you guys would be excited about. I know I am. Not because of me, but making these different things has been really, really bad for my minimalism because I want all of the things. I think they've been turning out so well, and I've really been enjoying the different products, and so I hope you guys are as well. Of course, all of the designs we've already done, they're all there in the shop, but the 5 new designs for this month, our first one is a little bit of a Little House on the Prairie inspired design. We are huge fans, and so I have been excited to release this design for a while. It is our More Carolyn, Less Harriet. So a little reminder to us that we want to channel more of that Carolyn Ingalls than, you know, Harriet Olsen, because some days I am far too much on the Harriet spectrum of things, and I need a little more Ma Ingalls in my life. So we have shirts and mouse pads, there are coffee mugs, and some really cool tumblers as well. So 4 different products that you guys could choose from. If you guys ever have a different product that you would like to see a design on, let me know. We are happy to do custom orders as well. But More Carolyn, Less Harriet is our first design. The second one would be the biblically based minimalist minded design. Of course, with some plants thrown in there because we know we have to have that. Again, always an encouragement to us that as long as I am staying biblically based and minimalist minded, I'm feeling good. So again, you guys have those on the shirts, the coffee mugs, the tumblers, and the mouse pads, which I thought was a really fun way to kind of get some of these designs in our home, but in a way that is still practical and not just, you know, completely adding to the clutter in our homes, because I try to avoid that, I promise. The next one that we have is the Homeschooling Disciples. I love this design. I thought it turned out so well For many of you who know and have been around since the beginning, I had a magazine for a while, which I miss doing. I wish I could do the magazine again. And that was called the Homeschooling Disciples, because I think it's so much more than homeschool, right? It's training them up in the ways of the Lord so that they may walk with him all the days of their life. Our next design is based off of Titus chapter 2, verses 3 through 5, and that is our keeper at home. Again, looking at the biblical womanhood. We're diving into it this summer, you guys. We're going to do a whole new biblical womanhood study. We've been doing that over the summer this will be our 3rd year of biblical womanhood over the summer, which is really exciting. And Titus 2 verses 3 through 5 say, similarly, remember these are instructions going out to the people in the church. So this is like our church curriculum 101. But similarly, teach the older women to live in a way that honors God. They must not slander others or be heavy drinkers. Instead, they should teach others what is good. These older women must train the younger women to love their husbands and their children, to live wisely and be pure, to work in their homes, to do good, and to be submissive to their husbands. Then they will not bring shame on the word of God. So much for us in that passage. Again, join the collective, starting the beginning of June. We're breaking down all of that because there's so much there. Last but not least, the last design is our homeschooling 24/7 365 design. I got the inspiration for this shirt based off of Deuteronomy 11 verse 19 specifically. That is the Shema that we have there in Deuteronomy, and verse 19 says, teach them to your children. Talk about them when you are at home and when you are on the road, when you're going to bed and when you are getting up. Homeschooling isn't something we do just on our homeschool days, right? We are training our children up in the ways of the Lord, and that is a 24/7, 365, round-the-clock job. Whether you are at home or you're out and about, whether you're just waking up or you're getting ready to go to bed, right? Teaching our children the ways of the Lord, the words of Scripture, the only knowledge and truth that exist is our absolute, the forefront of everything, the focus in what we are doing and training our children up in everything that they're going to need in the present and for eternity to come. So those are the 5 designs that I have out. Again, I hope you guys are excited about them and like them. You can send those over to your hubby or the kids or whoever might be getting ready to buy you a gift if you want to get something there. All of the Amazon links to the first 4 products are down below in the description box. And then as promised, here at the end, you've made it through this far. Thank you so much for hanging out and chit-chatting with me about all of the fun things. But some freebies I have for you guys. Linked down below in the description box are some freebies. I have made phone wallpapers and desktop wallpapers. If you guys want to print them out, whatever you want to do, use them, of all 5 of those designs. So those who are in the collective, our HMH collective, if they donate at the $10 or $20 levels, they get bonuses and freebies every month based off of the designs from our Heirs of the Promise shop. But because I love you all so much, and I hope you have a wonderful Mother's Day to this month on Mother's Day, and then all of the days, of course, because you are so special in the work that you are doing to serve your family, is that I wanted to have these little freebies here for you all to get and enjoy. So take them, enjoy it, share this with your friends and all the other mamas that you know in your life. Let them come and get the freebies as well. And then make sure you come back every Tuesday this month for some really special kind of like mama mentorship, mama tea time, kind of chit chat conversation that we're going to be having all month long, all leading up again to starting our Biblical Woman series this summer. So we'll probably put together a Facebook group with it and a couple other things, but if you want to gather up some other ladies in your life and all come and be ready to join us for Biblical Womanhood this summer, it's going to be a really great time. I'm very excited, but right now we're digging into the deep stuff in the biblical parenting. There's so many great things going on, and I'm just so thankful for all of it. So go check out the things, make your wish list for Mother's Day. I hope you guys enjoy it. Have a great Mother's Day, and then I will see you all next Tuesday with our first kind of mama tea time chit chat video. Bye, ladies.